Hi everybody, this is Paul Angelo here and welcome to an amazing video about pride parades, about celebration of equality and diversity the right way. I'm going to share with you why I stay home during pride celebrations, why I do not participate anymore. I am 43 years old. I came out when I was 19, so I've been gay long time. I never had any challenges with coming out. I've never had any complications. I declared my gayness, and whoever didn't like it, I just told them to basically work on themselves, and when they are ready to come and spend time around me, to let me know. And I've always had that attitude towards who I am as a gay man. I never questioned it. It was always accepted. And yes, at the beginning, I did go out to the pride parades to celebrate, or at least to see other people celebrate it, because I did not even know what it meant to be gay at that time. So when I was 20, 21, and 22, I did go out to the pride parades. And the first impression was that I enjoyed the fact that gay men and the whole gay and LGBT lifestyle was on display. And I have to agree that as far as that is concerned, the pride celebrations have a purpose. They have some kind of a reason to exist. Okay, so I do believe the pride parades and all of that has the reason to exist. But the content, that's when I started to feel disconnected, because the content of the pride parade celebrations, actually they have nothing to do with equality. They have nothing to do with diversity. They have everything to do with the lowest common denominator. And this is when I started to realize that I actually had to disconnect myself from the LGBT culture. That while they're telling us they're promoting equality and diversity, they are only saying it to get our attention for us to follow them. But our true needs to have relationships, to have love, to have healthy companions, healthy sex, all of that is avoided. In fact, none of that is taken care of inside of the LGBT culture. And so that's why I do not participate in those events, because I find them very anxious. I feel depressed. People behave inside of the lowest common denominator kind of perspective. They are flashing off the worst parts of themselves. They believe that the celebration of pride is about showing off our lowest, most primitive behaviors like sex, genitals, focusing on appearance as opposed to what's inside of us. And so that's what you're going to notice inside of the celebration of pride. It's a reduction to the primitive, lowest common denominator. You will find yourself, when you check in with yourself, you will find that you're depressed actually, that you're not happy and excited about the pride, that the longer you stay, eventually you realize that the people that are on the platforms, dancing and screaming and shouting and singing, if you walked up to any one of them and say, hey, let's go have dinner, hey, let's go to a coffee shop, hey, let's exchange phone numbers, they're gonna look at you and they will just walk away. They are not there to defend anything that has to do with healthy relationships, relatedness, or to make new friendships, or to connect with people. It's simply kind of like a big circus where everybody is in a trance, in some kind of hypnosis, promoting ideas that they were told to promote without checking in, without really understanding what's going on behind the scenes. And this is where I drew the line for me. I don't participate in pride parades, I don't go out to most gay and LGBT networking events anymore, simply because these events have been turned into something that goes against the principles that connect human beings together, which is family values, which are on some level conservative values, that the expansion and the creativity of identity, the self-expression has to be contained inside of a vehicle that actually can be taken from one person to the next, that can lead to a healthy connection. I don't go out to the pride events because I don't want to be exposed to the anti-life messages, anti-love messages, anti-spirit messages. Because what you see you will never see anything that promotes God or relationships with the supernatural. None of that is ever promoted during pride parades. Everything is reduced to sex, reduced to penises, testicles. For lesbians, it's, obviously it's breasts and their bodies. And that is the 99.9% of what you're going to see during pride parades. And I'm asking you, what did you really go out to celebrate? What did you really celebrate? Nothing. You just went out there and there was this huge party in the streets. You come back home alone. You come back home believing this is a real community. But yet nothing happens. Now think about it. Nothing really happens in your life. Nothing better. Nothing improved. No better relationships. No healthier connections. You are inside of this hypnosis, believing you belong to an LGBT community, yet they have no interest. They don't show any interest in promoting the kind of values, the kind of behaviors that help gay men have better quality relationships, that show gay men how to avoid HIV and AIDS. So basically LGBT communities and the pride celebrations, it's just an experience of unleashing the lowest common denominator in everyone. And so what happens when everyone is in their worst kind of way of expressing themselves? Depression, anxieties, confusion, overwhelm. And that's where most people are, most gay men are with their relationships. And the Pride Parade celebrations are a good place to start with for you to ask yourself, what are you really celebrating? Your loneliness? Is that something to celebrate? Your LGBT participation, yet there is really no participation. It's just basically sex and screaming and shouting slogans that actually are disconnected from the real true definition. Equality of what? Diversity of what? Diversity of penis sizes? Diversity of body types? That's not the diversity on a philosophical level that unites human beings together. Because for that, you can go to some of the bars and clubs and the dungeon rooms. If really the variation of body types is what diversity is about, you can taste it all in there. What I think diversity really is about is diversity of ideas that are constructive. And you don't see the celebration of constructive ideas about the future of the LGBT community. It's all about transsexuality right now. It's all about politics. It's all about gender identity, whatever that gay men look for to help themselves become better, stronger, to actually have real community belonging. None of that is going on during the pride parades. Just notice, just open your awareness to what you're really feeling during those events. And you will find out quickly that you are actually faking your celebration. You are faking your excitement. You're actually forcing yourself to believe that this is exciting. You are forcing yourself to believe this is special. You're gonna come home and you're gonna be depressed. You're gonna ask yourself, why is it that out of all of those millions of people that come to the pride parades, you cannot even find one gay man to fall in love with, one new friend to do things with? And that is something to remember, because at the end of the day, whatever you are celebrating, that should be congruent and connected to who you are as a man, your daily life, your love and relationships, and your future. And if you're noticing that year after year, your future is not getting better and better, you're not having better quality relationships, you're not having better friends, you're not doing more exciting things, then you need to start questioning the whole concept of LGBT community, the whole concept of the pride parades, and all the crazy stuff that when you first came out, you were told to follow, to believe in. But now, after several years of being out, you can really see those things for what they are. They're just empty slogans. They're just empty definitions. Because your life is not changing for the better. Your life is not becoming better. And so that is the ultimate test for whether this is a real community or not, whether this is something you should celebrate or not. If you find yourself in this extraordinary, beautiful world, okay, then go and celebrate. But if you're not, then you need to check in with yourself and to see whether the celebrations are actually backed up by something that you really have to celebrate. and stop celebrating the concept of the concept of equality and diversity, because that is a concept far out there somewhere. You can never really taste it. Celebrate real, true progress of your life. That's what you should focus on. So ask yourself, do you have something to celebrate, progress in your life in the context of gay relationships, belonging to a true community, having better friendships? If you have no progress in that area, you have been brainwashed to believe that the LGBT community can give you that. They cannot. They cannot give you better relationships. They can only give you the illusion of better relationships, better life, through programming you to believe in equality and diversity as some abstract ideas that are supposed to connect us together, but they don't connect us together because they have been given to us under the pretext of something else. Something else. And this is where the rubber meets the road, my friends. This is where the rubber meets the road. I have nothing really against the LGBT community and those people that are the leaders. What I have to say about that is that if your life is not advancing, if you're not having better quality friendships and relationships, start questioning your world. Start questioning what you believe in. Start questioning the LGBT community's intentions, because your environment is what also is part of your success or failure. And if you have failure in relationships, perhaps you believed that the values promoted by the LGBT community are the values to follow. And I'm asking you to reflect about that. And if you do go out to the pride parades, to check in with yourself, what are you seeing with your very eyes? What are you sensing in your heart? Do you feel connected or do you feel depressed? Do you feel the people that you see can be people that you can connect with for love and relationships and do meaningful things with? Or are these people just kind of like sex vampires, people out of control, people that have lost their sensibilities, people that have lost direction, and they're showing off their lowest common denominator with which there's not much you can do outside of just sex? And there's a time in our lives, and there was a time in my life as well, in my early 30s, I really sincerely and seriously stopped playing games with myself. I started to believe my eyes and my senses and my heart. And every time I would be around LGBT community events, parties, pride parades, celebrations, I always felt depressed. I always felt anxious. And the illusion of equality and diversity is something that I stopped finally manipulating me. It's not about equality, it's not about diversity, it's about craziness, it's about maintaining the circus. Anybody can do whatever they want to do, and there's this illusion of celebration of a community. It's not a real community. And I hope that in this video I will ask you, or you will invite yourself to a deeper level of reflection, to a deeper level of awareness about what's really happening with the LGBT community, with the promotion of transsexuality to a point of hysteria, and also the pride parades and all the events that you go to. Check how you feel, and eventually you'll see what I see, and that will be your awakening. So I hope this helps you. For more videos like these, please visit my website at paulangelo.com. Also, please subscribe to my channel, share these videos with your friends so that we can all awaken to what really makes gay life powerful. And that is family values, principles, love, togetherness inside of a healthy container of self-expression with principles that make us stronger, not weaker. And that's what I have to offer for you. So if you're new to my channel, to my videos, please subscribe, share this with your friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in other videos in the future. And if you want more videos like these, please visit my website at paulangelo.com. Or if you want to meet gay men inside of a productive social space, visit the website biggayfamily.com. It's a social program exclusively for gay professionals. So I hope to see you there. Until I talk to you in the next video, as always, my friends, go out there, think big, stay present, and be a leader in your life today. Signing off. Talk to you soon.
Turning quickly and over, and the clock is ticking. Time is moving fast. Reviewing all the lessons we have learned from from mistakes lost in the past.